we've talked about two levels of the defense. Let's talk about the one that's left, the secondary. That includes the former Lion, Amani Aurorier. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so he had to play a lot of snaps the last game just because of injuries you guys are dealing with. Tell us how that secondaries line up, and tell us how Amani's doing.
Well, he made the game clinching pick 2 weeks ago in New York, and then last week, there's a play where I think it was Najee Harris made him look silly a little bit, but again, he's a practice squad player being called up because you're down to your fifth corner. So I'm not really expecting Amani to be a game changer of sorts. And in that game against the Steelers, they don't have a prolific passing attack, so it's kind of got to grade that one on a scale. Justin Fields is not a thrower in that manner. Both of his touchdowns went to tight ends. He doesn't really throw to his receivers, so it was tough to really tell. This game, you'll get a good read on Amani, but that's if Deron Bland doesn't play, because right now Deron Bland is looking like, according to Stephen Jones, Cowboys vice president, son of Jerry, says that Deron Bland could play 20, 25 snaps in this game. So if you get him back, and now you got Trayvon Diggs on the other side, who's starting to, ramp it up a little bit more after the ACL. And then you got a guy you guys are very familiar with, Jordan Lewis, from Detroit, hometown kid, always gets up to play Detroit. 2 games in a row, he has interceptions. Hopefully he makes it 3. I like that group against the Lions group of Jameson and almost said St. Patrick, St. Brown plus Patrick.
Yeah, we
I
got
like that
Patrick.
group. Yeah, right. So I like that group. But Amani, and look, he had a great year for you guys, but I'm not expecting that type of output from him. But he did overtake Andrew Booth, who was benched for his bad play against the Lions. But hey, man, when you're the cornerback 6, I'm not looking for you to do a whole lot. Just don't get beat a bunch.
Yep, that's the way to go. Your secondary is giving up. I looked at the passing yards is under 200 yards a game. I'm thinking that's more to do with your run defense and people not having to pass on you. Is that where the stats, kind of lie
Well,
or whatever? Or what do you think?
it is very interesting, right? Because the Saints actually, and I believe the Ravens may be the only really 2 teams to really throw on you successfully, to the point where they were able to score in doing so. But also in those games, they ran the ball on you.
Mhm.
Ironically, they're the only 2 teams to run the ball on you successfully. So the Cowboys are in this weird stage with their defense where, as fans, after what happened in weeks 2 and 3, there was a panic if they could be able to stop the run. But in weeks 1, weeks 4, and week 5, they did well against the run. The problem is those teams weren't the greatest at running in general. Devin Singletary, Najee Harris, Jerome Ford, no one's scared of those guys. And then they don't have a scheme that really threatens you as well. When you played against 2 teams that do have good running back / quarterback, they did kill you, right? So this one is really going to be kind of the telling game for this run defense if it's really came around to being good, because they've held teams to under 3 yards per carry the last 2 weeks. But again, Giants, Pittsburgh, you guys have 2 running backs who are top 10 in success rate. So it's not going to be an easy feat to deal with that. As for the pass defense, that's Mike Zimmer's baby. Mike Zimmer is always, when he's as healthy and he has good players, he's always put out really good pass defenses. So yeah, there's something to teams being able to run, but it was just 2 teams running on you. I think the pass defense is its strength. I think it keeps things in front of them. You get Deron Bland back now, Jordan Lewis, Trayvon Diggs. It's not easy to throw on those guys when they're healthy. So I don't think that's a mirage. I think throughout the season, you will see the Cowboys pass defense actually be pretty dang solid. The next step is to get turnovers. They haven't got the turnovers.
Yep.